a new overall government effort to stem the epidemic of criminal violence nationwide in Israeli Arab communities. Now, report of another person killed in Haifa tonight brings the number of Israeli Arabs murdered so far this year to 112, among them 14 women. On Monday, a female principal was shot in the legs at the gates of her school in the Arab town of Arrabeh, sending a shockwave among residents who say that every red line has now been crossed. Our correspondent Pierre Clochandler went to that northern village to gauge the mounting public outrage.
This time, it's the pupils and their teachers who are protesting yet another act of violence. This time, a school principal, Rudaina Shalata, 40 years old, shot 4 times in the leg on Monday morning in a drive-by shooting as she was at the gates of her school. This time again by an unknown assailant. Rudaina survived.
I trust the Israel police. We must remain strong in order not to be defeated.
The day after, all schools are closed. A strike with a rallying cry against the fear of and the tolerance of violence that plagues Arab-Israeli society. The circumstances are murky. The code of silence and of honor usually prevails. But rumors are rife in this town of 27,000 people.
I've been working under her for 10 years. I don't know why she was targeted. There's nothing with the kiosk she owns. She recently divorced her husband, but he's a normal man. Maybe it's because she's good and strong, and she's spoken out against violence. I'm afraid. We're all afraid. Who's next?
The police warned her 3 months ago of an impending danger. I immediately came to her. She told me bullets had been placed in her car. She thought it was a mistake.
Nothing justifies shooting a person. The authorities must do their job. We, the pupils, shall speak out.
In August, an Arab advisor of the education minister was shot dead just outside his home. The shooting in Arrabeh came the day after a woman was stabbed to death by her husband, bringing the number of murdered Arab women to 14 this year alone.
All the red lines have been crossed. Security forces who can reach every place in the world can also enter Arab villages, collect the weapons, and catch the criminals.
111 Arabs have been killed since the beginning of the year. Arab Israelis are in shock, all the more so here in Arrabeh, where they pride themselves on being the town with the highest numbers of doctors per capita in the world. Pierre Clochandler, I-24 News, Arrabeh, Northern Israel.